An honest player who gave you an honest effort, never cheated ever on effort. You can never, ever say that Stan Smyl did not give 100%. And you know what pains me, Donnie, is 45 years and he hasn't seen, well, we haven't either, but he hasn't seen a Stanley Cup win. And you don't think that, if the Canucks win the Cup one day, no one is going to be happier than Stan Smyl.
The other thing, when you talk about our poll question and who the greatest Canuck is, and maybe this doesn't play into it for a lot of people,
yep.
But when you talk about the community and what Stan has done off the ice, it's not just about the Canucks for me. You can go back to not only the New West Bruins, they go to 4 straight Memorial Cups with Stan on their roster. They win 2 of them, 77 and 78. You go back to the Bellingham Blazers. And Stan comes from St. Paul, Alberta.
Yep.
Bellingham Blazers at the time in the BCHL.
Yep.
They were the Bruins farm club.
Yes.
So he goes way back in this community. He's stuck around. And I always remember hearing the story. Punch McLean was the New West Bruins head coach, legendary, should be in the BC Sports Hall of Fame.
100%.
That's another story. He was also, he worked part-time, much like yourself. You've got like 14 different jobs. He worked part-time, and I think I've got the story right, as the Detroit Red Wings scout.
Yes.
The word is that he begged the Red Wings to take this kid from Alberta who played on the Bruins. You got to take him.
Bingo.
The Canucks, they made a great draft pick, believe it or not, folks. They picked Stan Smyl, and the rest is history. And Ernie Punch McLean begged the Red Wings to take him.
He begged them.
To take him, and they didn't, and they obviously went on to regret it.
Punch has told me that story many times. When you talk to Punch McLean about Stan Smyl, it's like a proud father talking about his son. Those Bruins teams had Barry Beck, John Agrodnik, J.P. Kelly, all those guys, but I think Punch's favorite, I think, was Stan. There's no question.
The other thing that happened, I've got a lot to say about Stan Smyl, a lot of stories. But yesterday, going through YouTube and looking at some of Stan's great moments, and the thing that really stuck out, and we're going to run this clip here. Hold on a sec, Amy. I'll call for it, clip 3. But when you looked at the fights he had, and I'm sorry, folks, I know a lot of people are anti-fighting these days. It was a big part of the game back then.
Oh, so much.
But it wasn't just about, when you looked at these clips, it wasn't just about Stan fighting. It was about who he took on.
Oh, big.
He took on Dave Semenko, twice his size.
Twice.
Jim Kite, Winnipeg, 4 times his size. He took on Fetisov, with the Devils. Not a fighter, but way bigger than Stan.
Bigger.
And then there was this moment against the much larger, tough guy, Gary Roberts of the Calgary Flames. Roll it.
Neuendijk gets in. Neuendijk headed back to the blue line. Suter takes a shot. The net is off the magnets, and they're going at it back there. Smyl and Roberts. Smyl and Roberts were checking. They hit the post, and the net went flying, and now this. Smyl took Roberts. That was his check back to the net. They got the sticks up. Whoa, boy. How strong is this guy? 5'9", 200 pounds. Roberts shaking up as he hit the ice. Smyl gets his crowd going.
Look at the crowd. Listen to the crowd. I could watch that all day.
Now, by the way, watching a lot of his fights yesterday, if we ever get Stan on the show, I've got to ask him. We've got to ask him. He must have been a high school wrestler, because that takedown there, it was
a bear hug down.
3 or 4 fights that I saw. He did that sort of thing against people that were much, much larger than him. But you know what? When you hear the Canucks and their fans, you get it mostly from the media and their fans, not the Canucks themselves. And they say they need more grit. They need more tough Canadian players. Right there.
That's it. That's what the Canucks need more of.
And again, it's a different game. Players don't fight they don't fight as much. They can, but they don't fight like they used to. But a guy who cares that much, sticking up for his teammates, that's the kind of guy. You need more Stan Smyls on the ice and off the ice with the Vancouver Canucks.
Donnie,
Just a wonderful player, and he electrified the Coliseum and Queen's Park Arena, and undoubtedly Bellingham back in the day.
Donnie, I want to tell this story. When I lost my job in this market, one of the first texts I got was from Stan Smyl, "Keep your chin up." That meant a lot. And you know I'm an 80s guy. The 82 team's my favorite team. Smyl, Gerdine, Fraser, best line in history. He was so good with the media. When 1040 went down, he reached out to a lot of us. Just a class act, 100% class act, 100%.